Hey there, finally got it working. I'm finally live right now. So hope everyone's doing okay. I changed the title like a million times because it was not wanting to go live. So we're going to be talking, well, I'm going to be talking about something that is pressing in the industry right now. Culture appropriation and why it's so, we're not appropriating Asian culture. We're not appropriating Latino culture, even though Latino cultures do have their waves in America. For the most part, pop culture, and if you study music history, everything starts from American music history, rather. Everything kind of just flourishes from the old Negro spirituals. So, but this is just my take on it. You can give your opinions, or whatever you feel. So let's just start out with this one. Danielle Bergoli, Bad Baby. When was the last time y'all seen a black mother with her black daughter making a career and having a whole entire white machine behind you pushing to be a country music star? When the last time you seen that shit? Never. I get it. You can't act a color. People used to say, I talk white. Okay, you can't talk a color. Okay, I speak English. And también yo hablo español. También hablo, I speak Spanish. You can't talk a skin color. I get it. Just like you can't act a skin color. However, there are some cultural appropriations that is going on, and these kids are getting a meal ticket, and like I said, having the whole white machine behind them, because let's just be honest, we know that it is white men who run this country. It's been that way. We took a day off for Columbus Day, but we still don't have a day for Harriet Tubman. My voice cracked right there. That shit. So I'm thinking about that kind of stuff. And it's like, when have we seen last time? If someone who is clearly black, I'm clearly black, okay? Someone who's clearly black acting slightly, what people would say, ratchet or ghetto, no one wants to mess with her or him. Now, first of all, let me break down. There is a difference between culture and stereotypes. Culture is the 80%, or it's going to be the majority. And then and then that 20% is going to be what others perceive you as, okay, or perceive your culture to be, that's a stereotype. It's the 20%. My dad is not in prison. My daddy never sold drugs. Do I have some people in my family who do? Yes. But it's not strictly to the black culture or the Latino culture or whatever. So I wanted to get that out the way first. There is a difference between culture and stereotypes. And so I guess this is really about those exploiting the black stereotype in America, the black American stereotype, just to be specific. One of those is, like I hinted before, Danielle B. I don't know how to say her last name, but it looks like it's Italian or something, Bergoli or whatever. But I ain't never in my motherfucking life. Oh, excuse my language. I'm going to try not to curse. Be a sweet girl. I've never in my life seen a black teenager have a machine behind them. Okay, a machine to start who curse like that. If we even fart as black women and as blacks in its entirety, we are held to a higher standard. So we're not considered to be that stereotype. That's what it is. We are held to a higher standard. So we don't, But everyone else gets to be that. They get to be that stereotype. They're not doing anything for the culture, and they're not representing the culture. They're representing the stereotype of that culture. Like I said, no one's doing it for the Asians. The Latino community, the Latino community, I see it done in the cam world and the modeling world because they feel like, being anything but black is going to get you, the coin in the bag. But that's the only time I see that. And we do have those, waves, like when reggaeton came out and, when it was real big in 2006, 05 through 09, I would say it was real big. And then now it's making a comeback with Bad Bunny. But my thing is, how come we don't get to be that? We don't get to be that. I'm going to use Azalea Banks as an example. Is she not doing exactly what Cardi B's doing? Except that she's trolling. She's not trolling random people. She's trolling celebrities. Cardi B's doing both. Okay. And she's getting praised for it. She's boxing out those who are not racially ambiguous, meaning they do not look like Amber Rose. Shout out to Amber Rose. Love you, mama. She is a one bad woman. Okay, I wasn't gonna say bad bitch, but she's one bad woman. But these people are coming in here, doing the stereotype of the black culture, not black culture, but the stereotypes, and not only getting a pass to do it, but they're boxing those who are of the culture and ethnic, racial background that they're appropriating are getting boxed out. That's what I have a problem with. Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish. Are we supporting his music? On the pop charts. Now I know Hootie and the Blowfish is a little older. That lets y'all know how old I really am. I am over the age of 24. But I'm not 30 yet. I'm not 30 yet. It's not the end of the world. But and you know what? White people not to blame, black people not to blame. We're all in this together. We're the human race at the end of the day. I get that, and I can vouch for that. So I'm not on a divisive agenda. I'm just acknowledging and recognizing and bringing awareness, okay? However, I'm not celebrating the fact that people are embracing these cultural stereotypes of my people, my displaced people. We don't even know our own languages ourselves, So the little string that we do have, which is rap and hip hop, the rhythmic, sounds come from the drums, the ad-libbing. We all know that shit came way. Come on now. Anyone who's studied rap, I think that there is some courses of rap, in hip hop. But all of that comes from that ad-libbing and shit like that. And I'm not going to give y'all a history lesson. If y'all were born in the 90s or something like, y'all know what I'm talking about. But my thing is, it's never celebrated when Darius Rucker, does a breakthrough in country music. Black folks ain't buying his music. I'm not buying his country music. I'm here for Hootie and the Blowfish, but I'm not streaming. Last person to do it was Beyonce. Beyonce came, swept all that white money up, and then came back and said, I like my Negro nose with Jackson 5 nostrils. Okay. When she told y'all she adds some flavor to her bag, some spiciness, and black folks, we was here for it. But she came in, Beyonce, I will say, as a solo artist, as a clearly black woman, she did get racially ambiguous for a time when they would lighten her skin on Vogue and in magazines when I was growing up. But at the end of the day, we knew clearly she was a H-Town. What's up, H-Town, 3rd Ward, Texas. Shout out Dowling Street. But Almeida, Blodgett, Benz, Calumet. I had to throw them streets out. But anyways, we knew clearly that Beyonce was clearly a Black woman. She's not racially ambiguous. She is the only one I will say who has, you know, kind of similarly done what Cardi B and Bad Baby and Vicky and Lil Tay have been able to do with us. You know, so she did, you know, as we call whitewash up a little bit, got that white coin and came back and, you know, paid homage to the Black, you know, historically Black colleges, the HBCUs, you know, Black women, you know, and we were here for it. She is the only one who was able to successfully do that. So I just want y'all to kind of think, I guess the point of this video is for y'all to think, why is that? Why is Black culture such a target to exploit, not the culture, but stereotypes? You got middle white America coming, like I said, coming on the fucking Dr. Phil show, cussing their mother out, acting a fool. Meanwhile, if I pass gas, if I say pass gas, I get dock points. I remember growing up, you know, I had a white mother and I had a Black father. My white mother raised me, even though she's not biologically my mother, that's my mom. She raised me since I was damn near an infant. And I remember the pressure was put the fuck on me. I grew up saying, yes, ma'am, no, sir. I had chores to do. I wasn't allowed to say, shut up. I wasn't even allowed to say fart. I had to say pass gas. I wasn't allowed to say butt. I had to say hiney, okay? But my biracial sisters, shut up, Dad, could get away with murder, you know. Oh, hell. I remember getting my ass tore up just because I wore some clear mascara. And I was 18 turning 19, a senior in high school. But as I got grown, I'm seeing my little sister, who's 11 years younger than me, probably a preteen at the time, 12, 13, 14, you know, wearing a full face of makeup, looking like she's 20 years old. But like I remember getting my ass tore up because I had on clear mascara with a spiked belt. As I really do feel, as Black people, and I can't speak for the brothers, for the Black males, Black men, but as Black women, ever since I was little, I was held to a high ass standard. And I had to watch, you know, my sisters who, you know, yes, they are Black, but they are they're half Black, half white. They are mixed biracial. They got away with murder. I wish I would tell my dad to shut up, even if I was joking. Like I said, I got a whooping for wearing clear fucking mascara. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. With a spiked belt on my back. Clear mascara. I remember they had found some tampons underneath my bed. I was grown too. I was about 17, 18, 19, you know, grown. Fast forward 10 years, 12 years later, my little sisters get to wear Super Plus Plus. It's just, now that has nothing to, that has actually everything to do. My point is, why are, you know, Azalea Banks is held to this standard? Okay? But Cardi B go off on everybody and their ancestors. There's nothing that your sage can do, sister. And she boxes everybody out. I would love to see her do some some Latin music, some more Spanish music, or music in Espanol. I don't want to say Spanish because don't get me started on that. We're gonna have an Afro-Latino discussion también, okay? We're gonna talk about that too. That's another video. I already touched a little bit on it, how entertainers want to claim everything, exotic models and adult entertainers want to claim everything but black, but don't even, there's nothing that they exude of the Latino culture. They just think it's going to get that white man coin. They think. But, yeah, why is that? Bad baby gets to have nails like, you think I'm going to go on? Let my daughter be 14 years old and have nails like this. Oh, she's ghetto. Oh, shit. But y'all, like I said, a white machine gets behind this whole girl, and they're jerking off every time she says nigga or the N word. I don't even like saying that. The N word. Oh, the white machine behind Danielle Bergoli and Cardi B. Oh, they get hard every time they drop the N-bomb. I will say, actually, though, I did research a little bit. I don't think I have. I know she says it. I mean, we know that white people say it behind closed doors, but like to be able to publicly say that, that word and everything. Oh, they're just jerking off every time they hear a clearly non-black, and I'm sorry if I'm yelling, but when a clearly non-black, and I'm going to pay attention to that right there, when a clearly non-black woman from Vicky, Lil Tay, Cardi, y'all, come on. Cardi B does not identify. Y'all go watch the Vlad and DJ Vlad interview, okay? She says she's attracted to those who are not her culture, who don't look like her, who are not her race, or I don't know what I don't want to use quotes because I don't know exactly what she said, but I just remember, I just know that there was some discussion about what she's attracted to, and she says she's attracted to people who is not her racial, ethnic, whatever terminology you like to use, but whatever's opposite of her, she's attracted to. She's with the clearly black man. I've said it's clearly black. He's not racially ambiguous. He's not walking around looking like Vin Diesel. Okay. So, why is that okay? They get to exemplify not a culture, but a stereotype, and box others who are actually of the culture out. That's what Nicki Minaj had a problem with. See, us old heads, and I'm not no old head, but I feel like it. I'm a 90s, but well, shit, I'm a 90s baby, so I guess I am an old head. I know who the fuck Bone Thugs and Harmony is, so I guess I am an old head, huh? But let me come out 13, 14, 15 with nails like these. Things that is okay for one person based off of their skin tone. Because this does have colorism as well. Colorism is strong. This is a colorism issue as well. The people with my skin color who are clearly black, y'all know my real hair is not this texture. It's okay. They get a whole machine behind them, okay? Yeah, they work hard. Yeah, I am not going to disqualify that. Yeah, we know they work hard. We know they work hard. We know that. We know they spend hours in the studio, you know. We know they suck as many dicks as the other, you know, bitch who sucked some dicks to get where she is. But the whole reason that you got a machine behind you is because you're exemplifying stereotypes and not the culture. And on top of that, you're boxing everyone out. And I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I felt like I've said boxing everyone out a million times. But and I'm not, like I said, I'm not taking away the hard work that they did put in. But like I said, you have a whole white male machine behind you. And don't forget that. They're jacking off every time you say the N-word in your rap songs. Every time you call someone who's my skin color, my skin tone or darker or roach, they're jerking off. That's why I don't fucking buy your music and I won't support you. I used to support you because you can't. I used to support some of these women because they come from the strip clubs and all that stuff. But you know, before I was a stripper, like I said, I was getting beat and beat down and punished harder because I guess they knew how society would look at me as a black woman. I'm held to a higher standard. However, all that did is called a slingshot effect. I call it that. When you hold your child so back, so tight wound, and then when you let go, that's what the fuck happened to me. I held hands with the boy for the first time when I was turning 19, and then 2 months later, I'm a sex worker. I'm a stripper, okay? Fucks your head up when something that emotional happens in such a short amount of time. Fucks your head up, by the way, parents. So don't have your daughters or your kids tight wound, because as soon as you let go, everything you tell them not to do, they are going to do it. Not because they're trying to rebel, because it's new. They've never had a taste of freedom. So they're going to go to the extreme. That's another story. That's another topic. So yeah, y'all share your thoughts. I am going to do a part 2 on this eventually, once I gather all of my thoughts, because I swear to God, I have ADD. Like, oh, I swear. But y'all get the gist of this video. Like I said, it's cultural appropriation. Really, it should be called stereotype appropriation, because like I said, I don't know nobody in my family is just bang, bang, shoot them up, gang, gang. I remember going to Frisco. I'm not even going to tell y'all where I went to school. I went to a very prestigious school in a prestigious community, gated communities. The stars lived there, from everyone from Steve Harvey, Jenna Jameson, the porn star. I mean, I'm talking, I grew up in $1 million house. Okay. My daddy, well, if he was then, he definitely is now, multimillionaire. And I remember having this pressure as a teenager to be something, to be and exude a stereotype. Why don't we learn about Black culture, not stereotypes, not the statistics about jail or the single parent household? No, that's for every race, white, Black, Latina, the human race has single parent households. Statistically, yeah, there are some discrepancies. Another video for another day. I'm just tired of folks confusing culture with stereotype. Don't confuse them. They're different. And I'm tired of non-Blacks taking that culture, squeezing the 20%. Now you have the stereotype. Now they dress themselves with that stereotype. Just to box out those who are the culture. So like, comment, subscribe. I need to start telling y'all to subscribe in the beginning. Ustedes necesitan suscribir. I promise things are going to be getting better. I'm even going to be working on some videos and giving y'all imagery so y'all aren't just, watching me talk the whole time. Because, that is eye-catching. But, yeah, I mean, what are we going to do about this? And like I said, it's not a white thing. It's not it's Black folks. Y'all are the one rooting for. Y'all are the. Oh, yeah, Cardi. Oh, yeah, Cardi. No, sis. And then I'm gonna need you to not get mad. And I said this in the video before. Do not get mad at what women are doing, what you used to do. Okay, as a stripper, if I were to get married and have a husband, look, just don't do it in front of me, okay? Because I know, look, there's a level of, don't Jay-Z me, okay? Don't have me on this, shit looking like, fool, because you cheated on the world's finest woman. Shit, I'm fine. I'm kidding. I'm looking frumpy today a little bit, but I really like blue, and blue is my birthstone color. It's sapphire. So I like this sapphire blue, and plus I had to work my store today. So so thank y'all so much for tuning in. And I hope that we can, get to a point where we will not be just saluting folks who are, exuding and exemplifying stereotypes, boxing other folks out, just because they have a white man machine behind them every time they say the N-word, because they're not clearly Black, okay? They're not clearly Black. They're not, you can't, I don't just glance at her. I see a Latina, okay? When I look at Cardi B, I don't see collard green neck bones. I don't see a descendant of slaves. My dad, I have family in Chicago and Mississippi. Obviously, if you have family, if you're African American and you have family in Mississippi, you're obviously going to have family in Chicago because of the train back in, the day that would go. Well, that's another story. But when I look at Danielle, Danielle, I saw you on BLAD, and that show that Joe Button used to be on. I'm so sorry. I forgot the name. How she said you can't act a color. Okay, yeah, but you're acting a stereotype like I used to do in high school. But I never got no fame or clout off of it. I never got to go on. I was a goody two-shoes. I think I would just pronounce my words because people would say I talk white. So the most I did as far as stereotype appropriation was try to talk a different way. And so I guess that was the worst that I did. I'm going to the stove. No, I'm going to the store, So now that I'm an adult, talking proper is not a diss to me. That's another story. So thank y'all again. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. You know what to do. Subscribe so you know when I'm going to talk about some shit that's been on your mind.